Welcome back to the Brew Crew podcast, everyone. This is episode 102.
102!
Not 102. We went over this last week, I think. Teacher of mine. We used to count in a circle.
Yeah.
The whole class in a circle. You count 1, 2, and you go all the way up. And then whoever messes up, that's where you end for the day. And then you try to beat that record every day. Very boring game. Super boring.
Just counting.
Right? Just counting, right? But it was like kindergarten. So you got to count. Well, that was where I learned you do not say 100 and anything. Just 101, 102.
Right.
You know what I associate
Don't
102
fuck it
with? Temperature. If it's 102,
If it's 102,
go with the doctor.
yeah, go to the zoo.
Go
That's
with
what
the
I would
zoo.
say.
That,
102,
I
go to
agree.
the zoo.
All right. Well,
a lot of pre-production, so I'm already on beer number 2. 102.
102. Beer number 102.
102, yeah.
Been a hard day at work.
Yep. Hard day at work. School's back in session for some of us. I don't know who's at home. Who knows how long it'll last. Colleges are all back home already after a week. Sports coming back. Football's coming back. Baseball's back.
Excited.
Basketball's back. Hockey is back. Man, it's almost as if there's some tiny glimpse, even though everyone's in a bubble. A little glimpse of normalcy.
Yeah, everything feels totally normal to me.
No, it doesn't feel normal. I'm saying there's a little glimpse of normalcy. A little bit. Little bit. Just this much.
Like a peak?
Like a little peak. Little branch.
Like
A
the
little-
sunrise
A little molehill.
in the Arctic Circle this time of year.
Yeah.
Or winter, if you will.
Dark.
Just peaks.
Just barely.
Yeah.
Well, if you're listening to this, then you're getting a healthy dose of reality, so...
You're getting a healthy dose. And if you're listening to this in 2030, tell us how we did.
And if you're listening to this,
Let us know.
thank you.
10 years from now.
If we're still
Yeah.
alive in 10 years, let us know.
So if you're just joining us from, if you saw our ad on Facebook or you're new to the show because it's Brew Crew now, you're not ashamed. We did used to be the Butt Chug Podcast. So please listen to our
Proudly.
our archive, but just know going in, it's Butt Chug.
I'm telling people to go listen to the archive. Funny story. My lawn guy was here Sunday, and he was helping me out. And he goes, "What was the name of your podcast?" I go, "Oh, thank you for asking. We're the Brew Crew Podcast." He goes, "Oh, okay." So he was going to listen. I go, "Just skip episode number 1. It's rough.
Yes. Skip one.
You're going to stick with it more if you pick somewhere in the middle.
Yeah.
But start with 2 and then go forward. It shows a great progression if you're going to stick with it. Otherwise, like if you really need to be hammered home, episode 52 was especially good.
Was it?
I just picked a random number
Well,
when I told
episode
him.
4 is our most listened to episode. And I think that's where we started to get our footing with like ratings and stuff.
Think so?
I think so. It's got a lot of views.
Well,
Or a lot
it
of
was
listeners.
our most listened episode till today.
Until today, yeah.
I have a feeling.
Until episode 102.
I wonder in 2030 what our most listened to episode will be. I wonder how many listens we'll
It'll
have
probably be our 500th episode.
when we do the 500-minute club.
Yeah. wait. Yeah, it'll be our most listened.
First one that passes out, we're just pouring beer on them. It counts.
It counts. What you got, Matt?
Before I forget, and it was brought up, I was just going to write it down so I remembered. We have to come up with our next odd food beer. Or
Oh, yeah, we
odd-
have to come up with the food beer.
So
And
let's do that at the end, so
Let's
it
do that
gives
at
you
the end.
a little
Let's
bit
think
of time.
about it.
So I'm just going to write it down.
Odd food beer.
Yeah, because you brought it up. You
Yeah.
actually kind of kicked this off. So we had like the mustard beer, something like that, something that's going to be zany enough.
Mm-hmm.
You can't be like strawberry shortcake. Get that the F out.
Get that DFI.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's already a beer.
Exactly. Food beer that's
It is.
not, but is there.
It's a good beer. I think Platform made it.
I think so.
Platform's going to be in my beer news. Can I get started off on
You're
my beer
probably about to read the beer news?
Wow,
I was
excellent.
gonna say,
Wow,
but
that's
it's not
not-
part of my beer news.
news? Transition.
It's perfect.
So people are suing Anheuser-Busch again.
Good.
Are they?
Yeah, over Vesa Sur. It's a brewery in Miami. So they are suing for $5 million because they were misled, air quotes, because we're on YouTube. Thanks for watching us on YouTube. That it was craft beer, but it's actually part of, and this is what Big Brewery is doing as they're buying up these smaller guys. It's called a brewery collective. So it's not officially craft beer. This kind of gets into the meta of the conversation. The reason why I wanted to kick this off in news is because it's going to bring up a conversation.
Yeah.
So it's a 10
Got strong thoughts.
brewery collective. So the 10 breweries are 10 Barrel, Goose Island, Elysian, Blue Point, Breckenridge. So we've had 4 of those so far. Devil's Backbone, Four Peaks, Platform,
Platform.
Wicked Weed, from your
Wow.
home area, and Karbach. So those are the 10 breweries that Anheuser-Busch, I'm not getting into their cideries, that they've bought up. It's their brewing collective. This is their foray into craft beer, and we've talked about this before on the pod. But there's a lot of elitism out there. What's the word that I'm looking for? Where people are like, you're owned by Anheuser-Busch, you're not craft beer anymore.
Yeah, sellout.
Yeah, so that's why they're getting away from craft beer. It's a part of a brewery collective. So these individuals' feelings are hurt that they were misled because this was supposed to be, the tagline is a Latin bar, it's a brew pub, gastro pub, but everything isn't even brewed on the premises there. It's trucked in from other places.
Interesting.
So it's targeted to the Miami Beach Latin feel.
Sure.
So these gentlemen, 2 of them, I don't need to name their names, but you can find this story, are suing for $5 million for being misled. If this is not litigious, I'm going to tip my hand here a little bit.
Yeah.
If this isn't overly litigious and
Yeah.
what's part of what's wrong with our society, I don't know what is.
Well,
but
it's a
thoughts.
problem there.
Yeah, they're going to get dismissed. I mean,
Yeah, I think this might actually allow the community to start legally defining those words, because craft people say craft beer has to have this many sales or whatever, and microbreweries, whatever. The word craft beer, the term craft beer, is really, to me, is not exclusive to like small non-sellout. If you're crafting a beer that's not a mass-produced monstrosity, you're making craft beer.
so you're saying there's a line somewhere, though.
Yeah.
You're saying
with
that
the term craft beer in my head, I don't think there's a line, personally. Like, I think that the brewmaster at Anheuser-Busch, he might be like, I crafted the shit out of this beer today. It might be the same recipe they've brewed for 100 years.
So I want to get to Chris's thoughts, but when you say that immediately, I didn't stoke the conversation in my mind on this. Is we've put for 75 episodes that we're a craft beer podcast, correct? Mm-hmm. But we've done platform.
Right. Well, I would not dismiss platform. I wouldn't say that they're not craft beer. I think they are.
Cobra, thoughts? Because the biggest fan of capitalists on this podcast.
Yeah, I mean, I have no problem with people selling out and getting
paid.
Yeah, exactly. That's the point of it, right?
That's the American dream.
And how it's delineated or defined, I personally don't care. The lawsuit itself is stupid. That's going to get thrown out.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Setting foot in Wicked Weed. Wicked Weed's a really cool place. They make fantastic craft beer.
Yeah.
I mean, it is absolutely craft beer, and it's extremely creative how they come up with it. And they've got some staples, and then they've constantly got one-offs. Mm-hmm. So that's craft beer. Just the fact that they're owned by someone else and they've got another master, doesn't matter to me personally. But then on another point that you brought up, are we a craft beer podcast? And then you bring up the fact that we did Platformer, Wicked Weed, or
Busch Light,
or Bud Light Orange, or I mean, you name it. We've done the beer of the people quite often. So. Are we a craft beer podcast or are we just a beer podcast?
Hard to know.
Yeah. Depends on how you define it. Your perception is your reality, and I don't really care.
Let the listener decide. Are we a craft beer podcast? What are your takes? Do you have any takes?
So, organically, as you were talking about it, I still think we're a craft beer podcast, but we're a good beer podcast. Well, we've done Wild Ohio, so Kins Lager. We've had some real turds, but it just warrants more conversation. That's why I'm not gonna go back and change all of our taglines, because I still think inherently we're a craft beer podcast. Like you said, Wicked Weed. I've only had one of their platform puts out good stuff, just because. Sellout is the wrong terminology. Like, if somebody comes in, I always think of the Ballast Point. Yeah. Your valuation is $250 million, and somebody comes in with $1 billion, and you're going to be like, you know what? Man, there's some real elitists out there on Facebook.
Yeah, right.
That are going to not like that I do this.
People who might not like this.
You know what? I'm laughing all the way to the bank.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
And then, like with Leinenkugels, like hometown for me, they still get to keep, and Wicked Weed, they still get to keep their unique signature.
Mm-hmm.
They just get bigger distribution.
Right.
So ultimately, when you start you want to make money, but you want to deliver your mindset, your brews to the masses. If they're increasing your distribution, hell yeah. And I get paid while doing it, and I can have, Platform has 114 employees.
Yeah.
They all get benefits now.
Yeah.
Where
Yeah,
before,
yeah,
they're
that's a good
probably
point.
scraping by on rubbing nickels.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, it all depends on what the brewer wants to do, or
Yeah.
the owners want to do, Some people are perfectly content. Branch and Bone is perfectly content
Yeah.
with
And more
where they're
power
at.
to 'em.
They're continuing to grow, and they want to grow, but they want to do it completely organically.
Yeah.
They don't, I don't think, at the moment, that they're interested in being bought for better distribution rights and whatnot.
Yeah.
They would rather just do it organically, but there may come a time and point
Yeah.
where those factors could weigh on ownership. Getting, these people put a lot of, sweat equity into getting these breweries where they are today. And if they can take care of their people, that's got to weigh heavy on them.
Yeah.
And another thought, look at like Rheingeist, for example. That's big money, but it's big money not officially. We all know that's P&G money.
Yeah.
But it's not P&G money, officially. It's, their play money, their retirement, their nest egg after their 9-to-5 job.
Yeah.
Which, so there's other avenues to go, but I think the consensus is here, fuck it. I mean,
Fuck
if
it.
if
And
you're going to
until
be
they-
offended by that, I've got a problem with you being offended
Until
by
they
it.
have a brewery or beer collective section at the local alcohol store.
Yeah, they're not going to delineate that.
Like, it's all craft beer to me. And we're not going to start the beer collective podcast either. This is a craft
The
beer.
Beer Collective podcast.
It's,
yeah.
who cares? Like,
Well, once we start the channel, maybe that will be another.
if this was a microbrewery podcast and we were doing like Budweiser, then sure.
yeah,
There's a big problem there.
we're drinking bottles that don't even have labels on them. Like there's like
is that
a
all
number.
that can be craft beer? Who are
Yeah.
these people who are making these damn rules? Like, oh, I only drink homebrew beer. Okay, good luck finding it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
that's-
just wander around in people's garages looking for
Yeah, right.
brew
Hey,
setups.
you guys brewing in there?
hey. I see you mashed tin in there, but anyway, so that was interesting because we've known for. I didn't know Wicked Weed was a part of the brewing collective, and that doesn't change my
neither.
opinion. When I read that, it doesn't change my opinion.
Yeah, I don't care.
I didn't know Platform was
I didn't know
part of
Platform was.
Anheuser-Busch.
Maybe I knew that,
I
but
didn't know.
I think
it's just not something that resonates with me. I don't care.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, that's a neat little
Yeah.
fact.
I'm not thinking about it when I'm buying
I
that
know,
delicious
yeah.
strawberry
I'm
shortcake
looking
beer.
at. I'm like,
went-
I want that beer. That looks good.
And I wish I could throw it up because my favorite beer infographic is where they throw up the time of year and the beers that are available. And JT, you're an infographic guy, but where it's like what is available all year round, and they have the can of beer like on the left side.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And when it's available,
Some
I
charts,
love that.
Yeah, I love that too. Yeah.
And Platform has that.
Platform
right
has that? Yeah, I've
Yeah,
seen that a
so-
few times. I think Goose Island does the
Yeah,
same thing. Maybe it's a
platformbeer.com.
part of their little collective. They
Yeah.
do that chart.
Yeah, probably so.
There was I don't know if you were seeing on Dayton Beer Geeks on the Facebook group, somebody was trying to sell a case of 2017 Goose Island
Yeah.
for $130,
Yeah.
and that seems like a low. You could piece it out and get it.
Yeah,
I
get
almost
more.
jumped on it. But
Yeah, I remember you saying
I've
that.
got a bunch of them, but
That was the year.
2017 was the peak.
That was the peak. Peak bourbon barrel stout.
for a case, so 12 bottles, and they were selling it for $130.
Yeah.
That's not much
$10
above cost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What else you got?
The only other thing I've got is going to be a parting shot, and it's going to be a nice bridge into the beer segment. So if you've got beer,
Yeah, I
news-
got a couple things. So one, I thought Chris would have this, but Harpoon Brewery has teamed with Dunkin' Donuts in the past. This year,
Yeah.
there's no different. They're going to have Boston Cream Stout, Jelly Donut IPA, and 2 other beers, all donut themed. Thought
We've had it on the pod, right?
We've had the Dunkin' Donuts one.
I swear we've had
A harpoon?
We've had
We've
jelly
had
donut.
Harpoon.
Yeah,
I
we've had a
think.
jelly donut before.
Yeah, we've
And
had
we've had a
Jelly
Harpoon.
Donut. That was super something.
Oh yeah,
Super.
I was
jelly
gone,
something.
and you
yeah,
saved it
you
for
were
me.
gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we gave it to you. So
that's
that-
probably
oh,
episode 52, the really good one, because I was gone. I think that's the one it was. That was a Ellicottville.
Yeah, Ellicottville. That's
Boom.
right. Look at
Wow.
you, man.
Good
Look
call.
at you. So
Without my spreadsheet, too.
I know.
Just itching.
It's a deep hole.
JT told me, he goes, I can tell you're just wanting your spreadsheet.
So there's going to be Harpoon Dunkin' Coffee Porter, which we can guess what that is. Boston Cream Stout, Jelly Donut IPA. It gives a little bit about those. They'll be low alcohol, 5.7 and 4.3. And then a pumpkin spice latte. Not latte, but pumpkin. What kind of beer is this? It doesn't say.
Can I steal?
It's just called pumpkin.
Can I steal the limelight
Oh,
for a
it's an
second?
ale.
This is the one thing I had underlined and a little pre-production. How excited are you, Chris, that pumpkin beers are now here? They're in season.
Yeah.
Yay!
They're coming out. I wrote it down. And I go pumpkins.
Pumpkin
Thoughts?
beer.
Excited?
No.
Elated.
No.
Elated or excited?
I like the fact that it signals the change of the season.
Yeah.
I love
Sure.
the fall. I love pumpkin themed everything. I really do. I just don't care for the pumpkin beer. I don't.
Do you
I
like
don't care.
pumpkin?
I love
Like as a
pumpkin.
food?
I've grown it. I've
Yeah.
processed it and made my own pumpkin pies.
Ooh.
And pumpkin
Great.
bread out of it. It's fantastic.
Ooh, pumpkin
it's
bread
great.
sounds good.
It's a lot
so
of work.
good. I've got some upstairs. Right now.
It's amazing the amount of work you put in to actually grow your own pumpkins, harvest and process it, so you can make something with it.
Yeah.
When they just sell it at the store for 90 cents a can.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
there's
I
a
had-
lot of debate that could be.
This guy
opened
that
up
I
there.
used to work with, he used to have a big lot like yours, couple acres.
Yeah.
And they would shoot rifles in there, shotguns or something.
Right.
And he had all his old Halloween pumpkins, and they put them out, and the kids were like shooting them and stuff.
Yeah.
And he said that the next season they couldn't get rid of the pumpkins. There were so many.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure.
So, but it is hard work to grow like edible ones. Like maybe those weren't. I don't
It's
know
not
how to grow a pumpkin.
Terribly hard work to
You got to rotate them.
grow pumpkins. Yeah.
You gotta rotate them.
Gotta
Yeah,
move
so
them
they don't
around.
get soft on the bottom.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were trying to trap me.
No,
Into a
no,
joke.
I'm not.
Rotate the pumpkins. What are you
Yeah.
talking about?
Nope.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
I'm not a fan of the Oktoberfest.
Yeah.
If you're a Chuggalo, you know that I'm not
Yeah.
big on the Oktoberfest train. I love Oktoberfest. I love the festivities of it and all that stuff. I think all that's great. But Oktoberfest themed beer, pumpkin themed beer.
But pumpkin, like you will drink Marzens.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, but not like gimmicked October
gimmicks.
pumpkin card.
Yeah, all the gimmicky stuff
Yeah.
beers is just not my thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
makes
we'll
sense.
we'll leave it at excited.
Yeah,
You
I'm
said-
excited. I'm excited that we're getting close to fall.
Mm-hmm.
So many good things. So many good things.
Oh, I love fall.
Fall is the best season. I lost mine last year, so I'm especially
did.
excited.
Good.
So next bit of news, congratulations to Brewdog for becoming the first carbon negative beer company.
Wow.
They produce 67,951 tons of CO2 a year, and they are removing 135,902 tons of CO2. They
I love
purchased a forest, 2,050 acre forest, and they're planting 1 million trees.
Good.
That sounds like Bhutan is the only carbon negative country in the world.
Is it?
Yeah,
I
they
didn't know
grow a lot of trees and they won't export them to countries that are going to use them in a negatively impactful way.
The first season of Anthony Bourdain, Parts Unknown, he goes to Bhutan. Great episode.
Oh, speaking of which, I know a little side note. So the most recent season of Alone just finished
Yeah,
up.
I haven't seen
Awesome,
it yet.
awesome. I was wrong.
Is that in Bhutan as well?
No, it's not. It's in
Damn.
on Great Slave Lake up in Canada. But I just started watching the first episode. If you have Amazon Prime, they started doing the Eco Challenge again. Bear Grylls is the host,
Oh, no way.
and they have 66 teams. And I got done with episode 1 last night. I'm excited.
You look excited. I'm excited for
Very
you.
excited.
You ever watch those Eco Challenges?
I don't have a clue
I don't
what
know
you're talking about.
yeah.
I
So
know the
it's
one where he
where
like took
it's
Barack
like
Obama and
It's like no,
Marshawn
it's
Lynch to,
Ironman
like-
races, and this one is 674 kilometers in and around Fiji, and you have to pack in, pack out everything you bring. Like,
Oh, cool.
And you have to make it's 11-day race.
yeah,
It's basically a marathon on
it's
steroids.
like Amazing Race, but for survival.
Yep, and very condensed. So Amazing Race is over a long. This is 11
I
days.
used to watch a show where they did that in like Alaska, like the Great Alaskan.
The Iditarod is what you're thinking of.
No,
maybe?
no, not the Iditarod. The Iditarod champions would compete in this show. I can't remember it, but similar theme. 500 kilometers. You have X many days to achieve it. You're a team of 2 or 3, and Same exact thing. So cool. I'll look that up.
Yeah, Eco Challenge.
I like
It's
that stuff.
fantastic.
What's it
was
on? Amazon?
Amazon Prime. The best thing is, so there's previous years of Eco Challenge. They didn't do it for a long time, just lack of interest. But these are some badass people. So obviously the three of us, who out of the Chuggalos would you add to our team?
Who out of the Chuggalos would I add to our team?
So
the three of us.
so on episode 1
For an eco challenge?
Yeah,
they
it's gonna have to be.
take a not a canoe, but think it canoe that has like
Submarine.
the pontoon off the side.
Catamaran.
Kind of. Yeah, kind of. I forget the name, but catamaran. Eco challenge. Who of the Chuggalos would you add? So they have to paddle that for 60 kilometers out in open ocean until they get to the.
I don't know
an
the Chuggalos from Wisconsin that well.
Yeah.
But I know that a lot of them are good hunters and stuff.
Yeah.
But
we're not
just from
killing
the ones
like,
I've
there's
met.
checkpoints.
Dev would probably be the easy add.
100%
Because he's
is Dev.
handy. He knows how to build shit, and he could probably survive.
He could probably fucking paddle. That's a big
that
boy.
too. Yeah. He's got muscle. He's got youth too.
If he goes down though, we're.
He's got weight. Yeah, he's got weight. He's
yeah.
a huge dude. Yeah.
Big dude,
But
he's
like
youthful.
there's
Needs a lot of
biking, there's
calories.
He could
rappelling,
save us when we're drowning.
mountain climbing.
I would
rappelling.
choose Dr.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's gonna get sunburn on that head.
Yeah, he'll
He
get
could wear a
sunburned.
hat.
And
He could wear it. Yeah.
his interest in Disney is just far. You also have to, we're gonna be
Interest
together
in
for a long
Disney.
time. It's greater than mine, and I don't know that I want to hear about Disney that much. How long is this? 60 days?
No, 11 days.
Oh, 11 days.
672
I could do 11
kilometers.
days with Dr.
And it's
60 days though. I don't think I could. Do it.
Swimming, rappelling, mountain climbing, jungle traversing, paddling in the open ocean.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Stev would probably be our best bet as far as adding to the team.
So we got
That's
2
you.
for Stev and 1 for Dr. He's not a doctor in real life, you know that, right? Because some teams have a doctor just to like bandage him up.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's brutal. Like
We know
these
some
are
first aid.
ultra.
We'll figure it out.
A little bit. I can do a
ultra
tourniquet.
athletes.
When are we starting this? We're on this.
Yeah, we're
just
doing
using
it. This is
hypothetical.
happening.
Yeah.
You signed us up?
Yeah.
All right, last bit of beer news.
I would take you guys across my backyard.
Okay.
I think we could do
Let's
that.
do it. All right. Last bit of beer news. If you are a baseball fan, you might have heard that Sonny Gray from the Cincinnati Reds had 45 strikeouts in his first 5 starts. And in a tweet, Trevor Bauer, also a Reds pitcher, said, "Hold my beer," because he was very close to that. Now that's the most strikeouts to start a season of any Reds pitcher ever for the first 5 games.
Red's not known for their pitching historically,
Not
but
historically. So Budweiser caught wind of this tweet and said, "We appreciate this beer tweet. You had us at beer." That's what they actually said. You had us at beer. They said, "If you throw one more strike than him, we will release a limited edition Trevor Bauer Budweiser." Well, the next game, he pitched 14 strikeouts. He needed 14 strikeouts from that tweet. 2 games to do it.
yeah.
Got him. 46, most strikeouts ever for a Cincinnati Reds pitcher to start a season. They're going to release this Trevor Bauer beer. It's going to be called Cincinnati Buds.
So
it's going to be in a Budweiser can. Called
Great.
Cincinnati Buds.
Trevor
I have a
Bauer.
picture of it if you want to see it.
Trevor Bauer is scarily aware socially.
Yep.
He's great for baseball.
He posted free.
He's outspoken.
He's outspoken, but he also is an advocate for the game.
Who's the Dodgers pitcher that got suspended for?
Joe
Kelly.
Joe Kelly.
So Trevor Bauer wrote on his cleats, and he was told by Major League Baseball, "Don't do this. Like, there's going to be repercussions. Free Joe Kelly."
Yeah, free Joe Kelly.
Yeah.
I remember
because they
seeing that.
suspended
He
him.
has a YouTube channel.
Trevor Bauer does.
Yeah, and in the spring,
Great
he
trade for the Reds. By the
went
way.
to a bunch of different spring training parks and rated the service. Like he sat down and it was like timed how long it took to get the first hot dog, and then rated how cold the beer was and stuff like that. People are coming up to him like, "Oh man, they know who he is." But he's a good. I think he's good like PR guy for the game.
Yeah, he's
And
he's a lot of
doesn't-
fun.
He doesn't bend to the MLBs. Like the Joe Kelly stuff.
And he likes beer. Maybe he should be on
Yeah,
the
it
Brew
seems
Crew
like he likes
podcast.
Yeah, he should, and he's
Yep.
close.
Yeah.
We could go to him.
He's very close, and it's good to see the Cincinnati Reds, especially as competitors in the division,
Yeah.
in the news for positive reasons.
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
but
That's good.
That's all my beer news.
I'm super excited. Cobra, Cobra's on the deck.
Are you thirsty?
Yes.
God,
I have something real quick that we need to review.
Okay, well, I will just carry
we
it.
can get the beer,
While
too.
these guys are going over to the beer fridge.
Yeah, you carry it, Matt.
They make jokes. Now I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, for a second, I thought you were drinking what you're...
These have been in there for a long, long time.
Oh, yeah, but I'm glad that you
I'll
thought
just
of this.
open mine. You guys can keep those, as souvenirs if you want.
It's best before. How is this going to expire?
Sugar? I don't know. Does sugar expire?
We need a... So, you're getting probably...
So these
Check
are...
this out.
Here.
He's had it for
So these
months.
are Jelly Belly craft beer jelly beans.
Whoa.
I wanted to do these as a joke review, but then like when we got them, then you were gone, and then you were gone, then
And
I
they
think
sat-
I was gone, and it was like we could not coordinate this.
And they sat in the upper echelons of my fridge where nothing ever sits.
So we're not going to talk about the origins of Jelly Bellies or their craft beer prowess. We're just going to try it, rate it, and move on.
Because this is...
It's cold, so it's hard. I
You're-
don't know why I put it in the fridge.
You're cheating. you're cheating because you're a... where do you get your other jelly beans from? It's on... Or gummy bears.
Albanese.
Albanese, yeah.
Yeah, the Jelly Bellies, they're world renowned. Well, I'm disappointed, but I don't want to spoil it for Matt.
Yeah, I'm trying to... This is, condoms
Alcohol
were
free.
difficult for me.
It's alcohol free. No
Oh, shit.
ABV.
I feel super fucked up.
Zero ABV. For you lovers of draft beer, Jelly Belly has taken your favorite brew and turned it into a gourmet jelly bean. Enjoy the authentic taste of freshly poured draft beer without the alcohol. So there you have it. Jelly Belly, the original gourmet jelly bean draft beer flavored jelly beans. Thoughts, gentlemen?
Second best beer candy I've ever had.
Really?
Yep, I agree.
All right. I haven't. I don't taste the beer. I just taste jelly bean.
You're crazy.
I don't taste the beer.
There's a little beer up front, but it was not
Much of sugar.
not great.
Yeah.
The ending was generic jelly
Yeah.
bean flavor.
Okay. So I give it
It's really rock hard.
2.5 butt
'cause It was
cheeks.
cold.
Yeah.
It was rock hard. Sorry about
It
that.
should have been warmed up between your butt cheeks.
You want me to? There's
No,
still time. There's still time.
Talking about rock hard.
Yeah. Oh, hey, now.
Hey.
6 to midnight.
All right.
All right.
All right, guys. I wanted to pick a few beers that I just had no clue where they're from or anything. A lot of store.
Love it.
We get local beers, right?
Yeah.
We have some local favorites, and then we get some Scotty stuff as well, making its way down. So I wanted to shoot from the hip. I'd never heard of Carrican, and then I'd never heard of the other brewery as well. So I figured, hey, let's give it a whirl. I bring it back and I open up Carrican's website. Carrican is from Cincinnati.
Yeah, it's right here. Cincinnati
Yep.
homemade.
So didn't even notice that on the can. But let's go ahead and try
do
this
it.
pill. So this is Carrican Pils. It's obviously a Pilsner style ale. 3, 2, 1. All right. So Carrican Spirits. It's Carrican Spirits Company. They were founded in way back in 2017. So
Wow.
very
Old dogs.
Holy
very
jeez.
very old dogs. They're a spirits company, which means they make a lot of liquor actually, and then they also offer a bunch of seltzers as well.
Okay.
So they're in the seltzer game, and then obviously they have a pilsner. So looks like they've got 7 founding members, and looks like they're growing pretty good.
Well, welcome to the podcast.
yeah.
All 7 of you.
Pretty
they're
excited
listening.
for Carricans. I'm sure they're listening.
They're listening. We tagged them.
But that's pretty much I have for Carricans out of Cincinnati.
That sounds good.
And
They're on
it's a Pilsner.
Johnlin Road. Johnlin Road.
Johnlin
Johnlin
Road.
Drive.
Oh, good.
You guys know where 45227 is?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's
Hot.
right next to
Super hot.
Is that in the Rhine?
44552.
I don't think that's near the Rhine.
I think it's near the Rhine. Of course it's near the Rhine.
Well, it depends on relativity. I mean, we're near the Rhine if you're talking
Depends.
about California.
Depends on relativity.
It depends on Einstein.
Yeah. let's get it. Let's start talking
Let's
about
talk
string
physics.
theory a little bit.
Well, I have thoughts right up front, so I'll just go.
Hit us with it.
Love this can. This is the Can Art Boner segment brought to you by...
Still Dave.
Dave.
God, I lost a can of his beer. I texted
always
these
forget.
two guys, Dave, and Dave will listen because Dave's a loyal listener.
Dave is a loyal listener.
Texted them to see if the only other person that was in the house was the cleaners. If the cleaners took the crowler, or I squirreled away that raspberry beer that he got us. And his wife actually went and bought the beer on Dave's instruction because Monday is the best day to buy beer at Waconia.
Oh, no way.
Because it's half off or something.
You'll find it.
Yeah. Hopefully.
I looked. My backpack's the only place
I have no
think
idea
it would
where.
be. It wasn't in there.
You would know that if you took a tankard of beer. Like,
Yeah, it would lay down my backpack.
Fuck.
All right. So I like this can. It's got this color of blue. I really like.
This color of blue.
It's matte
Only
blue.
tips like
It's a
this.
matte blue. Here, let me show you guys the can. There it is.
This color of blue.
Well, what do you want? Okay, I'll get up and show them while you guys are talking.
It's got this taste.
So I like the font, the Pils font. It's got a very classic style to it. So what they're trying to do is kind of give you that like old school swill type of look.
Yeah.
Maybe like an old style or Pabst. Not really.
It's classic, man.
fonty, but it's got a classic. It's a shield. And in the shield is what the beer is, Pilsner style beer. With the Pils, I like the shape of that L. I think it's cool. And that the line that underlines Pils looks like a letter opener, an old school letter opener like my grandpa used to have.
Oh, nice.
I don't have letter openers anymore. Does anyone? Do you have one? I think you'd have one. If anyone, I guess you would.
I do, but
probably in a
I
box
know
somewhere.
I know where it's buried.
It's under the lights.
Yeah. It's an old like cutlass, like a little
Oh
cutlass.
yeah, I bet it's nice. 5.2% alcohol by volume. That's the Can Art Boner segment. I think it's great. Got a classic look. I mean, it's not gonna win like an art fair, but I think it tells the story of this beer quite well. As far as taste, it's a good Pilsner. It's pretty light. A lot lighter than a lot of the craftier Pilsners we've had on this podcast. I think a lot of them kind of hit a little harder with that. Was it kind of like a bready taste? What is that Pilsner taste? Malty. This one isn't as malty.
Sorry, Stacy.
It's a pretty light Pilsner, and I'm enjoying it. I think this is probably the threshold. You go any lower than this, and you're talking like water beer, like swill, Busch Light kind of beer, and I think that's perfect. I really like it.
So a more flavorful, easy drinker.
It's a more flavorful, easy drinker, yeah. And I would have a few of these. This would be a good thing to bring to a barbecue, and just drink the 6-pack. Man, where am I at on this score? I'm gonna give it a 4.25.
Wow. That's
Is it high?
that's surprising to me.
I gotta write down.
I'm
I like it.
surprised.
I really like it.
I'm surprised. That's good. I'm glad you liked it.
Are you surprised that it's that low or that high?
Well, I'm not going to tell you till later.
All right. It's very good.
You got to stay tuned to find out.
So, wow. So I taste this beer. It tastes old. It tastes antiquated. So knowing that it's from 2017 they've honed this, because if you're opening a Pils, there's an expectation. So to me, there's two kinds of Pils in the world. There's the Bitburger, which is more of the traditional, and then there's the Pilsner Urquell, the Czech Pils, which is a little more sweeter. This is definitely more of a Bitburger. It's got more of a rye or alkali taste to it, just meaning it's not as sweet. I first looked up what this harkened back to me was Old Milwaukee, but Old Milwaukee's a lager, so I had to eliminate that. So those are the two Pilses I'm on. It's definitely more of a Bitburger. This tastes like I'm out sustaining fun, and it harkens more memories than it does like feelings outside of that. So it just brings up a lot of good times with a lot of people that were older than me. Off the top rope, man, this is an interesting beer. I would put this beer in the Mystery Cooler of Death because of what the Mystery Cooler of Death is. It's not a terrible beer. It's not a King's Lager.
Yeah.
But it's...
That's great for the Mystery Cooler.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
You'd be
like,
scared. If you're not familiar with it,
Yeah.
you'd be like, oh, shit.
Yeah, like this is going to pack... Because it's like right up there with like Gen C Cream Ale or something like
Yep.
that with like the basic can. Off the top rope, this is interesting for 2017, and they've already got it honed in. Like this got to be pretty close to German purity laws. Off the top rope, I give this a 3.5. It's fantastic how, God, it's awesome in what it is, but then what it is. So yeah, it's a 3.5 off the top rope. This is, if you want something new, and you're a Pils drinker, and you've been drinking the same beer, like Old Pile or something like that, try this out if you're in the area.
Yeah.
Because this is just going to be a standard brew.
Mm-hmm. That was probably your most technical review to date, I'd say. It was good. This is the most technical beer to brew, too. Pilsner style.
Why do you say that?
I just read that somewhere.
Oh, wow. Yeah. That's hard-hitting news.
Somewhere said...
I just read that somewhere.
God, it's been so long.
This almost tastes like it's coming out of like a plastic cup, too, you know? Like you're walking around at like a festival, like, and you're just trying to sustain the fun. This is a sustained beer.
Yeah. Yeah, it is what it is. It's a Pilsner. That's why I wanted to get it. The other beer is vastly different, and I didn't want to have a completely wrecked palate.
Oh.
So this is...
I know what it is.
I was very happy. I know what it is. I was excited for the Pilsner. The reason that I was really excited to try the Pilsner today was because last week I had a beer that I'd never had, but it's very common. It's Kronbacher. Have you had Kronbacher?
Mm-hmm.
So Kronbacher, German Pilsner.
Mm-hmm.
I had a couple of those at D20 the other week, and they were fantastic. I really enjoyed German purity laws, German-made Pilsner.
4 ingredients. German purity laws is just 4 ingredients.
Yeah, so I think Matt's correct. I think this one Kronbacher has a little bit more flavor, a little bit harder hitting. So this one is, like you said, a little bit more watered down, I guess. But it's elevated above a Busch Light or Bud Light or anything like that, or a Budweiser or Old Milwaukee or anything like that. So I give it 3.75. I enjoy it. It is a maintained beer. It is, a Saturday beer. It could be
You're
10
drinking
in the morning, or it could be, 10 at night when you're having this beer, and it's going to go down smooth.
You're drinking this when you're out with the guys or girls, and you're just wanting to remember past 7 o'clock and not ask for all of the bread at the restaurant when you get there at 5 o'clock.
I think it's a good conversation beer too, because of the can art, because it's a Pilsner.
It feels older.
Yeah, it feels older.
Yeah, you're like, oh, cool. I saw it and it was the cell was the can art.
Yeah.
I was like, this looks classic and old school, and it's a Pils. I mean,
this is addition by subtraction.
Comes.
It doesn't have a lot going on.
Right.
Which a lot of our can art we buy because of can art. Those cans have flashy, crazy art.
Yep.
This one just perfectly sells itself.
Yep. I like the Pilsner.
Good. 3.7, 4.25, 3.5.
I'm surprised.
Very wide range. You're surprised?
I'm just surprised by your 4.25 on a Pilsner.
You're surprised at how high it is?
Yeah, at how high it is.
Okay.
Are you grading
I
it for
think
what
it
it
was
is? Like it's one of the best pilsners you've had.
I like it.
That's where I understand.
Yeah.
It's tough.
Oh yeah, I'm not gonna match this up against
switch.
like
I need
the
to
best hazy IPA I've had.
Yeah.
But at the same time, there's probably some of that because if this is the best Pilsner I've had, it would have to be higher. But there's some where there's got to be a 5 these days needs to have some unique wow factor.
Yeah, the best Pilsner that you've ever had at a 4.25 still isn't going to reach a 5 level,
right?
Because it's just not.
Yeah, it's not blowing my mind.
Yeah,
it's wow, this is a good beer.
Yeah, so
now holy shit, where did this beer come from? Is this from space?
This is a bad example for you because you didn't have this beer, but if it's
Black Label or whatever it was,
Kirkin Pils and the Illuminated Brew Works.
Yeah,
there's one beer you're grabbing for.
Yeah,
it's not situational.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I just got done hoeing the
mostly
field.
because I haven't had the other one.
Well, I just came up with a hypothetical.
Probably
scenario.
never will.
No, my sister continues to look for it.
Good.
Yeah, she's lost her job.
I think in the process of asking for this beer so many times, she's like works at Illuminated. So do you just want to stay here? And
there's probably
we'll let you know when we release.
There's
it.
probably people that have it cellared.
Oh, I'm
because
sure.
that's a cellarable.
It's a good beer.
So then you need to.
It's a great beer from what I hear.
There's a color motif to your beer selection, say.
A little bit, yeah. They're kind of
Damn.
matching colors, but
Tell you what.
Oh, there's so
I like
much for
this
you to
can
talk
art.
about. God.
yeah.
Tell you what.
While he talks, if you just want to go play, we'll go play
Yeah, you
in
guys
the other
can
room
get
for
it an
about
hour
15
here.
minutes
This is a
because
good
holy
can.
shit.
This is a good can. I thought people liked the can art segment.
They
You
do.
guys want to keep hearing
They do.
it?
It's the longest running segment.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so there's a lot going on here. So the next beer, once again, I chose it for two reasons. One was can art. Both of these were chosen because of can art, but because I'd never heard of the brewers themselves.
Mm-hmm.
I did not even look at the can on Carrican to see that it was from Cincinnati. I didn't see that part at the bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys heard that live.
So I had no idea. And then the other one obviously is not near us, and I've never heard of these guys. This is Connecticut Valley Brewing Company. This is Stargazer. It is written in the stars. I don't know if that's part of the beer itself or not. Either way, this is a double New England style IPA, right up my alley, what I like. And this is the reason that I chose the pills as its counterbalance, so we didn't go into this completely bombed or with a busted palate. So let's get some sips, and then I'll talk about Connecticut Valley.
Oh, this one's
Company.
pre-cocked too. I
Yeah.
love
Oh,
it.
yeah. Perfect.
3, 2, 1.
Oh, that was perfect.
Very nice.
Thank you, Connecticut Valley. Hopefully, Connecticut Valley is in Nebraska.
Probably.
I'm
So.
just like,
Wow, I've got thoughts immediately.
Oh, yeah. That had a different taste than that. Than the smell.
I'm wondering if it
Wow. It's,
boosts it, coming from like a pills,
Oh,
something.
no.
Yeah, maybe.
Something just happened.
yeah,
right
there's
there,
a lot
that's for
going
sure.
on here.
So Connecticut Valley Brewing Company is an independently owned and operated family business. The company was founded by two Connecticut locals that have dreamed, blah, blah, blah. This is their dream story. Once again, they were founded way back in the age of 2018. So they're obviously out of Connecticut.
Ah,
and-
damn it!
So, I know, surprisingly. It's situated in the heart of
I thought
the
maybe it would be another
Connecticut
state.
Valley,
Ironic.
on the banks of the Connecticut River.
in the town of Connecticut City.
In the town of Connecticut City,
In the country of Connecticut.
right near Dairy
Connecticut.
Queen. So two young brewers, right? 2017 for Carrican, 2018 for Connecticut Valley, and quite the contrast in can art.
So
Very simple,
Very,
very
yeah.
classic versus something very not simple and classic.
just a second. There's only a year difference between when these brew. I just did
It was
the
good
math.
math. Yeah, I saw you
I
right.
just- I
You
wrote
did
it
that?
down.
You did.
Yeah.
That's great.
Subtracted it. Yep, 1 year. Yeah, that's good.
1 year.
1
It's
year.
only 1 year difference.
Tight. It's a tight race. So Connecticut Valley Brewing Company, double New England IPA. It has Galaxy and Victoria's Secret hops.
Yeah.
Victoria's Secret hops.
It says Vic Secret
Vic
hops.
Secret.
Oh,
You can extrapolate.
I would have called bullshit on that. Like
could-
Galaxy hops we've had.
You could
before.
extrapolate to Victoria.
I
I'll
extrapolated.
allow it.
But yeah, I've never Vic Secret.
Vic Secret.
It's on the
hops,
can, my
that's what it
friend.
says.
That's crazy. Well, I sheathed it because I don't want to
doing some
trample
can reading.
JT's.
Oh, it's okay.
I'm just trying to take it all in, man.
I know, there's a lot going on
CTValleybrewing.com for more information.
Holy crap! I didn't see that dude over there.
Eight
There's so much going on.
8.1. So we went from 5.2 to 8.1 ABV. Yeah, Victoria's Secret hops.
All right. Well, I'll get started on the can art bonus
Yeah.
segment.
Yeah, please do.
This is the can art bonus segment brought to you by Dave. Thanks,
Dave.
Dave, you're killing it, dude. It is written in the stars. That's what it says up top. Let me come and show this can to the viewer. Look at this thing. Here, we'll start here.
What did he say? It's that blue.
That blue.
God, that is a I don't
There
want
it
to
is.
ruin
Okay,
it.
so that's the can. If you want, I'll talk about it, and then you can go back and look at it again.
Yeah, slow motion.
God, there's so much going on here. So first, I want to point out a couple things on where the usual government warnings are. The hop, the Galaxy series logo is fantastic. It's a triangle with a hop in the middle, kind of like it would be on a superhero's chest, which is probably related to the superhero that is on this can. But also, the UPC code is shaped like the state of Connecticut.
Holy
I didn't
shit.
notice that.
It is fucking awesome. They have thought of literally everything on this can.
I'm glad you say this because normally I sheath my cans, but
so
many
the code that
Easter
you
eggs.
scan, shaped like Connecticut, for those on the video. Then your typical government warning and everything. And the logo, I don't know why I've recently seen this logo. Maybe I was looking at beer at the store or I bought something. But I've just recently seen this Connecticut Valley logo. It's a prop plane with a cool star. With is that the Navy's wing designator?
It's the F4U Corsair airplane.
Oh.
So it's a low wing with a tilt on the wings.
It's on their website.
It's
on the website?
It's a cigar body with a broken... So it's got poor rear sight because the fuselage comes up on the top to mark the pilot's cockpit.
Yep. All right. So that's their logo. And so now the Stargazer logo itself.
It's a beautiful can.
There are stars. This is the actual... label is like a foil label, and in different color foils. So, like if you look in the right light, like the starfish on the very bottom of the can, they all glow, but nothing else.
Didn't even see
Nothing
that.
else in the ocean or the river, or maybe the Connecticut
That is
Valley.
neat.
That's why you kill this segment. Dude.
Yeah, it's just this can has a lot going for it. I salute the person who made this. A very good job. And then the water line.
Secret.
The water line is a silver foil, or just your regular tin foil color, and then there's the top of the water line. You have a mermaid who's reaching up at probably the North Star, but maybe it could be interpreted as whatever you want. Stargazer, a very
That's Polaris
shaped
that she's reaching up at.
Polaris,
Maybe Beetlejuice.
could be Beetlejuice. It's my favorite.
Beetlejuice is very bright.
Polaris is the North Star.
Okay. She's a very shapely figure.
She is.
She has some figure to her. Although with mermaids, you never know how that relationship would go down because it's just how's the bottom half work?
I don't know. I don't know where.
I don't know how it works.
Yeah.
But
It's like a fish.
it's like a fish second half. Like okay, I'm
Yeah.
not sure exactly
Never
even how
fucked
that
a
works.
fish.
I'm never.
Well, it's just a fucking
Never
hole,
fucked a
man.
fish.
It's not like they have a sphincter.
Just saying.
But she's got all of the she's got the features you'd want.
Yep.
Other than the fin and possibly no.
She's got hair
no
coming off
private
of her
part.
boobs, and you say that's a
Hair?
feature you want. Look at that,
There's no
like
hair
a wisp.
on her boobs, dude.
A wisp.
That's the glow
It's
of
a
the
shadow.
glisten of the moonlight.
That's not
off
a
of
glow.
her
It's
bosom.
black. Black does not
You've
mean
got
glow.
hair on your can.
Yeah, I think
You
there's
see
hair
where
on your
that,
can.
that wisp, that wisp.
That wisp.
coming
That's
up.
just the glisten of the moonlight.
It's not
on her
glisten.
bosom.
Does not cast a shadow. Light doesn't cast a
just-
shadow.
That's. Wow.
No,
Light doesn't
but
cast a shadow.
right,
you have to have light to have a shadow.
The light is on top. Anyway, we don't have to go over over the boobs this much.
It's just
trying
side.
to-
I'm
looking at- I'm
looking at this right.
Yeah, that's her. That's the
That's
top
the
of
side.
her.
There's
titty.
obvious.
top.
It doesn't point like that. There's something obvious. That would be the shells on her boobs, what I was wanting you guys to say. It's not the light.
So you think there's shells? Okay.
Well, yeah. There's if a boob
She
comes
could be
up
naked.
violently
Why would
like
she,
that.
I mean, let's be honest. The shells are purely for children's imagery. The real world mermaids are all naked.
Yeah.
I want you to show me what attractive comes off of a side boob that goes.
That's
just
just the
up
light.
naked.
That's just the light.
No.
Just the light.
Then in the
moonlight.
background, off to the left,
False.
there is a superhero with a cape, and he is likely wearing, and I can hardly see it, but it does look to be the Galaxy Series logo, which is
It
a
is.
triangle with the hop inside. By the way, did you guys see that Steph found hops in his yard?
Yeah.
Randomly wild growing hops?
No.
What a fucking guy, man. He just finds hops. Like
25
if
years old.
beer defines your life, and you just randomly find hops, that's fucking great.
Destiny.
Destiny, exactly. So there's a superhero in the background, and he's clearly got some perverted thing going on. He's watching this mermaid. So she's stargazing, and
Yep.
he's mermaid gazing.
Yep.
And she's about to call, Poseidon to come get this motherfucker out of
Yeah,
here.
the Kraken.
Yeah, because he's creepy. Then there's the moonlight in the background. The stars all have a little glow to them, and that glow is actually created by the foil color underneath. And so this can is just well done. That's a long can art boner segment, but this can deserved it. Very good job on this can.
Would you rank this as a top 5 can?
Oh, 100% top 5 can. And I think what did it for me was, at first I was like, wow, these starfish, I can't believe they're glowing. But then when I saw the Connecticut scan code, I was like, holy shit. Like, they did it.
They did
it. They've reached the pinnacle of can art.
That's it.
That's it. No more can art.
No more podcasts.
Well, this is it. This is the last episode we've reached.
That's the Can Art Boner segment brought to you by Dave. Thanks, Dave. For the flavor, right away, there's a thickness to this beer.
Yes.
I'm not sure exactly what it is. I at first wanted to say this is a creamy IPA, but it's just thick. I'm not sure what that flavor is because they don't give you a whole lot of background on this, and I'm not going to look it up on the website. Maybe it's the Vic Secret hops. I'm not sure what those are. Maybe those are creamy hops. I don't know.
I don't know if there's creamy hops.
Oh, there's creamy hops.
If it's going to be a creamy hop, it's going to be a Vic Secret.
Can you milk a hop? Can you milk a hop? Then it's creamy.
JT, if you want some creamy hops, I've got some magic beans for you to walk into.
All right, these so this beer it's got a thicker taste to it. It's really good. I wish I could describe that taste. I feel like it's almost like a like a melon IPA, but there's I don't taste actual fruit or melon in this. I just feel like if there's anything I could get close to, it'd be something like a cantaloupe, but no. It's also a no. It's a yeah and a no. You know, at the same time. It's like something's got to be close to this. It's pretty good. I want to give it so much for the can art alone, but
gotta judge the beer.
Yeah, this is
the beer segment.
New England double New England style IPA. I'm at totally drinkable. I don't think it's crushable, but it's very, very good. And crushable doesn't mean that it gets a worse score or a better score. It's just I'm just describing it as I feel it. I give this beer. It's good.
That's why we do the podcast. This is why we realize that we need to do this.
4.5
in real life.
4.5 butt cheeks.
4.5 butt
Great
cheeks.
New England IPA.
Wow.
I like that thickness to it. It's really good.
It's interesting.
At first I thought, I don't really like this.
Completely surprising.
Surprising, yeah. The first taste I was like, this is probably like a 3.5. But then I started drinking it more and I'm like, this is really good. And the taste on my tongue, I keep wanting to go back to it.
It gets better.
So my review's over now. That's it. Period.
My goal, my mountain to climb is to try to be shorter than my predecessor. But I have a lot to say.
Off the top rope, boom, I'm done. Okay.
I have a lot to say.
Oh, good.
This beer is big. It's hard to climb. I don't say this very often. This is a one-off. I don't know if I could have more than one of these. This is, and I don't say it that often.
Yeah. I could probably go with 2 of these in an evening.
Yeah.
But I'd have to have
you
something
separate
in each.
them.
Yeah, you're set up. It's got like an astringent to it, just like a strength to it that is like poignant.
A poignant strength.
Something that hits the palate sharply.
Yeah, it does, yeah.
I don't get, JT was listing off a bunch of fruit. I don't get any fruit.
No, I'm just trying to think of like what else, what is that flavor?
You're just working through the flavor, yeah.
Just working through the flavor.
Yeah. So I'm going to list like ham, bacon.
Yeah, do it. I could take bacon grease maybe.
Pig hocks. It's strong and it's heavy.
Yeah, it's heavy.
God, this is... I wish it was crushable because there's so many redeeming things about this because it lets you know it doesn't hide the 8+% ABV at all. You know that you're getting, Mike Tyson almost to the mouth on this one. I give it a 4.0. This can art is delicious, though. I can see why.
It's a great job.
Wow.
Okay, so at the store, they had a large variety of New England IPAs. And I pulled another one out of the fridge, and then I saw this one, and I put that one back, and I got this one instead.
Yeah, I'm glad you did.
So I don't know if I've ever had a double New England IPA. I'm not sure. I quite honestly don't know.
Dinipa?
Yeah, I don't.
Oh yeah, I don't recall.
I don't know.
I didn't even
this
think of
may
that.
be the first one that we've done on the podcast, and I don't know if I've ever had one outside of the podcast. A double New England IPA. It is, for me, that first sip was just mind-blowing. There is a creamy element to it that's very
Your
tough
eyes
to
lit
nail
up.
down.
Man.
Oh
You're
my
like,
God.
I've got thoughts.
It was like a creamy. It was almost like it was nitroed. Mm-hmm. Almost like it was nitroed, but not there. But then you say that there's this quality that hits your tongue, but it's not a bad quality to me.
No.
It's just very unique, and I think that may be the hops. That may be the Vic Secret hops that we may not be familiar with.
They were probably grown in Ohio.
Yeah.
That's why they're a secret.
Yeah, well, Vic Secret, owned by the Wexner Corporation, which is out of Columbus.
That's right.
So
I just learned that.
Obviously,
that they were
related
out of
to
Ohio.
Jeffrey Epstein, who didn't kill himself.
They're related?
Well, Leslie Wexner is the one who gave Jeffrey Epstein his start and bankrolled his career.
Oh,
they are
most wealthy people in Ohio.
Yeah,
the Wexners.
Yeah, they are tightly.
Are they
tightly
connected? Like as even beyond his start?
Wait, what?
We'll talk about it.
Yeah.
We can talk about it later.
Oh.
I want to talk about
Jeffrey Epstein.
No, I don't. I never knew on it. It's interesting.
Yeah. Which has nothing to do with this
nothing to do with this beer.
Or does
other than the Vic Secret part and the voluptuous mermaid.
Yeah, hopefully that mermaid is of legal age.
She's not connected to Jeffrey Epstein.
Good, thank God.
I've confirmed.
All right, good. That's good news. The beer itself, no fruit, really. It's, typically New England IPAs are, they love to use the word juicy.
Yeah.
I could see that being thrown around with this because it is a New England IPA, but that creaminess and then that other...
I thought of it. Acrid. It's an acrid flavor.
Acrid.
Take your word for it.
Yeah. Well, it just presents... It presents a different coating in the mouth almost, but it's not something that is negative to me. I give this a 4.5. I love the beer. Mm-hmm. I think the beer is great. I could have 2 or 3 of these in a night, but I would have to put a Carrican in between.
Yeah, right.
Those beers, and that would have to be spaced out over a long period of time because it is a double. It's 8.1. The can art is fantastic. The beer is fantastic. I like it. Yeah, I like it a lot. I think it's a home run.
This is why. So we've done a lot of can art segments that were just kind of like ho hum, as Matt would say, and like, why are we even doing a can art segment for this beer? But this is why we continue to do it, because every once in a while you get one of these gems.
Yeah,
and this is one of them.
The can art is a gem. The beer is really good.
This is why we continue to allow JT.
That's right.
Can art bonus segment.
They've said
he looks at us like
times.
No, you. It's all you. You've brought it up. It's your baby, and it's fantastic.
I didn't know it was even my baby. I think it just organically started.
Sweet baby.
We've been doing this 102 episodes. You do the can art.
I do it every time because you guys keep telling me to do it.
It's terrible when I do it.
Yeah, it's. I've never even attempted it.
You haven't?
It never.
You should try.
No, that's your baby. That's your signature, and you do an amazing job of painting pictures.
Yep.
Before we went to YouTube,
a picture is worth 1,000 words. A can is worth 2,000 JT words.
And if you multiply those, it's 300,000, and that's how many words JT puts into his can art bonus segment.
Times 1,000 is
300,000.
Yep. Add it up. It's math.
I know. I believe you. Take your word for it. Well, that's the beer review.
That's the beer review.
I was gonna suggest one more beer, but after that,
yeah, that was it.
I feel like you're well on your way. You're almost crooked handle on your way.
No, I'm not at all.
Okay, well, I've got a beer for you.
Please don't. What do you got?
Oh, please don't.
What is it?
It's room temperature.
Room temperature.
Oh yeah.
Is that the name of the beer?
No.
That should be the name of a beer.
Room temperature. But it should. But then at the bottom it should say serve cold at 38 degrees.
Serve frozen.
So we still have to talk about
throw it at someone frozen.
Throw.
Here is your room temperature beer.
Yeah. Accost somebody with this 58-degree beer. We still have to talk through what food beer is the next. Yeah. That's something that we can do right now.
food beer.
I do want to put out another no-go one is barbecue sauce because Platform has just teamed with a barbecue sauce company. So it's being done.
Well, you could have done that because I didn't know.
I'm putting it out as being
They're going to do a barbecue sauce.
That's
I want
integrity.
to win legitimately.
They're going to do a barbecue sauce.
So the barbecue sauce company first is making
Is it Stubbs?
a beer barbecue sauce.
Yeah.
I believe it will go the other way
Ew.
at some point.
God, I know where
Platform.
I want to go. I know where I want to go, but I don't know if it's. Do I have to go first?
No,
Because it's my
I
game.
mean we could talk through it.
Fantastic.
We could do
okay. So
the,
you go
So
first.
the idea here, I won't go first. I don't have an idea yet, but I'll talk through the idea. The idea is that Chris has brought several food beer combinations in beer news.
Yeah.
Many of them, like today's donut beer. We've also had what were some of the other ones that you had? I forgot.
He's brought several.
He's brought
What
several.
have you brought?
They were
I didn't
potatoes.
bring
They put
cheeseburger.
We discussed the Flamin' Hot Cheetos.
Flamin' Hot Cheetos.
we
I didn't
discussed-
say bring. I meant brought like as a topic.
We've discussed the mustard beer. We've
Mustard beer.
discussed in detailed
Yeah.
a variety of pickle beers and spicy pickle beers.
That's what I meant.
But the
not
big
brought
thing,
literally.
like where this comes from, is a lot of beers that we review. They put like great pairings on it, and that resonates with JT. Like if JT sees that, that means a lot for him when he's going through the canner boner segment. So beers that encourage specific pairings, almost going to the way of wine. Wine will have specific pairings. So that's where this game, if you will, is coming from. We're putting money on this. We're doing $5 a head. The next beer that comes from this conversation, winner takes the pot. So winner would take
takes the pot.
the $15.
Who's got thoughts?
I've got thoughts, but all of my thoughts are really, really bad.
Yeah,
They're really,
mine are
really
bad,
bad
too.
I'm gonna
ideas.
go-
I don't want what
I'm going to go
I
first
know,
because
yeah.
I haven't seen one yet. So if you guys have seen it, let me know. And
Sure.
if it doesn't pass your guys' smell test, you guys can turn it down. So my first inclination is potato chip beer, like a potato chip. And with
makes
that,
sense.
do I get flavoring of? I'm not going to go barbecue because barbecue beer or whatever, but like sour cream and onion or something
Sour
like that.
cream and onion,
I'm
yeah.
trying to think of.
Ooh, that'd be interesting.
Yeah, but like I'm trying to think because man, they are hammering the sweets, like
Yeah.
sweet beer. Everything is, and that's
But you're
that's
trying.
your world.
You're trying to get to a savory.
I'm trying to get
You
to
want
like a
savory.
savory beer, exactly.
Yeah.
The University
And
of
but like
Redlands.
you can't do like steak beer, like
I
I would love that.
I know all my
You
ideas
could.
are like hamburger beer,
Hamburger.
pizza beer,
Yeah.
hot dog. Pizza.
So I'm gonna go like.
which none of them.
So is potato chip
It's
too?
so gross.
Is potato chip too generic? Is
No,
it like hamburger
No,
beer?
I think no. I don't think it's too
potato
generic.
chip. So like Ruffles teams up with somebody.
Yeah, yeah. I think that's
So I'm gonna go with potato chip beer. If you guys will
Yeah.
allow it and it passes the smell test.
Of course. Passes.
So that's my $5 entry. Potato chip beer.
Potato chip
And the winner of this game, by the way, takes the pot. But if you guys put it on social media and your beer comes up, we will take care of you at the Chuggalo.
we're all pointing.
Yeah,
We're all pointing.
whatever
At
party,
the- at
whatever
the-
the name of the party. We're still
the
waiting for the
Chuggalo
name of the party in February.
Hoedown.
The Chuggalo Hoedown.
Chuggalo
Have we
Hoedown.
named it yet?
No,
10,000
we're
listen
still
party.
the listener party. We got to come up. Chuggalo listener.
If we get across 10,000 listens,
yeah,
we host a party for all the Chuggalos worldwide. Whoever can make it in attendance in Dayton, Ohio, at a location to be determined,
yep.
will drink for free that night.
It's called the Chugaloo Boogaloo.
Ooh,
Beat that, and then we'll talk about a new name.
interesting.
Right now, the winning name is Chugaloo Boogaloo.
Chugaloo Boogaloo.
You know what a boogaloo is, right? That's a Wisconsin thing, isn't it? Boogaloos?
Electric Bugaloo. No.
Is it? No, it's boogaloo, I thought. Or is it bugaloo? Chugaloo, bugaloo?
Currently in social media and
Electric boogaloo.
in Department of Homeland Security circles, there's the Boogaloo boys that are currently trying to overthrow the government. So
I have not heard about the
I'm not really sure
Boogaloo?
if I want to tie it to that.
So we've
No, I don't want
I don't want to hitch
that.
my wagon to that.
since
you know?
we've
I never heard of them,
transitioned
the boys.
from the Butt Chug podcast to the Brew Crew podcast, we could do the butt blowout.
The butt blowout?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Yeah.
Because
I mean,
it's like
regardless of what we call it,
We
we're
call it the
offering
clunk.
like many hundreds of dollars of free drinks. People are gonna come. Doesn't matter what we call it. We can call
I would be impressed.
die party.
I would be
People would be
impressed
like, "Oh, I'll
if
go."
people will meet us out and exceed the budget that we're willing to spend. The triumvirate of us.
Yeah,
The money that we've talked about spending.
I bet they could do it.
Yeah.
I want to get to that point where we're like having a conversation later in the night and we're like,
Yeah.
There's a cutoff.
There is a cutoff.
There's a
I
cutoff.
want
If
to get.
you
I want to
beat
get.
that- if you beat that number,
I want to get to
then
that
you can start
conversation.
paying for your drinks yourself. I mean, if you got to that number, I mean, geez Louise, you're hammered by that point.
Many hundreds of dollars.
Yeah, many.
Many. So people, we're jovial and joking and around in nature. This is going to happen.
Yeah,
Period. Dot. So
If we get to 10,000 listens by the end of this
we're
calendar
so
year.
close.
potato chip beer. I'm dancing
Potato
to and
chip
fro.
beer.
Potato chip
for you
beer
guys.
sounds like it could be.
So that's my.
Yeah.
Okay. So JT.
Mm-hmm.
You.
Well, I've been tossing around a lot of meats as well. Hamburgers, hot dogs, things of that nature. I haven't
Been tossing around a lot of meat.
thinking about spaghetti and meatballs, but we had the
Ooh.
Bloody Mary, right? So I thought, well, we're not far from like tomato beer is
Yeah.
getting there. But
Tomato
I don't
beer.
think
Think about
I
that.
don't think the Bloody Mary was successful.
No.
The Epicurean Bloody Mary.
Very rarely is something successful on its first attempt.
That's true. Try and try again.
fail,
that's what,
fail,
that's
fail.
what Scrooge McDuck told me.
Yep.
Let's see. I don't want to go with spaghetti and meatball because I think that's too gimmicky. Even though we're going with gimmick here, that's more for the chip company. That Lay's yearly thing that they do.
Yeah.
That's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Is it too low hanging to say that I think banana peppers will be a beer? Is that
No.
because they've had jalapeno
That's-
already?
That's specific.
Yeah,
Banana pepper beer.
That's
I
very
have banana
specific,
pepper beer.
yeah.
is
You're
gonna
going.
be
Yeah,
soon.
that's more specific than potato chip.
All right. I'm going.
By
with
the
that.
way,
I
if
see.
it's like chicken I'm not taking.
Oh, yeah,
like,
no,
I
chicken-
won't take
yeah.
that as because it's been a potato chip. I'm not taking chicken waffle beer as a victory. You know
well,
what I'm
no,
saying?
because
Yeah,
there's
okay.
no potatoes in chicken or waffles.
Yeah, but I'm saying there's been chicken waffle potato chips.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm
so
not
if
taking
it's
that
like
as a victory.
chicken and waffle potato chip beer,
No.
you're not going to take the victory. That seems
Well,
like a
if
victory to me.
it put potato chip in it,
Yeah.
if it's just chicken waffle beer, I'm not
Well, yeah,
taking it.
I wouldn't
Okay,
give you
it's
the
gotta-
but it's
victory.
potato
Neither of those
chip,
things
yeah.
have
Okay,
potatoes.
so you're
I'm going
taking
banana pepper.
banana pepper beer.
Sport is
I
it
like
the
that. That's
same?
subtle.
No.
I like that
Yeah, banana pepper.
because you're very specific.
That is, yeah.
Man, you're gonna be pissed when it's like poblano pepper beer,
I won't be pissed.
serrano pepper.
Or
it's like skipping all around.
Yeah.
yeah.
Anaheim pepper.
Pepperoncini, which is technically a banana pepper.
Oh yeah,
It's like-
peppercini. Yeah, I'm gonna go with slash.
Oh,
Is
okay.
it, are those the
Peppercini.
same?
Yeah, they're the same.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
They're the same.
Cobra.
Cobra,
Wow.
We've been
yeah,
dancing.
Sorry, I
We were
jumped in.
dancing
That's okay.
I was as ready as you are.
I know.
because
I
you're
went through
a
my
deep
Rolodex. I went a Rolodex of like,
All the foods.
yeah. I was like, oh, pizza beer. That sounds. No, it doesn't sound good. Like
pizza's
hamburger
terrible.
beer. That doesn't
thinker.
sound good.
I would because there's
And then you're
pizza
like-
port.
Then you're like, potato chips. It's like, ooh, that's a good idea. I was like, how about pretzel beer? Pretzel.
Salted.
I was like, well, that's pretty close to.
Pretzel's already out there. Remember, we
Is
got
it?
it during bowling. We got a couple of pictures of it, and it came from
Oh yeah,
Colorado.
was that dark beer?
yeah.
I remember that.
It was disappointing. It was just a salty beer.
Just a salty beer.
We had
Sucks.
that when we were back at Beaverview a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow.
Because we wanted it to be
Because
good.
they didn't have like good craft beer
No,
at
they-
the new one.
they
They did have Boat Show on tap, but that's it.
Yeah. So, anyways, back pretzel beer.
Yeah, but it's not my.
That's an open
it's not
market,
my-
by the way.
So I think now. Yeah, feel free to correct me if I'm not aware of it
I'll
already.
correct you.
I'm gonna say buffalo wing.
Ooh, buffalo wing, chicken and sauce.
What do you?
I can't think of one.
What do you wash down your chicken wings with? Beer.
I wouldn't wash it down with buffalo wing beer.
Yeah, but if you don't have chicken wings,
Buffalo wings.
you get it all in a can.
I bet if I look up buffalo wing beer, it's just going to give me a
celery beer would happen.
Maybe celery beer.
You know, when I eat buffalo wings, I eat celery
Yep. Or carrot beer.
or carrot beer.
Ranch beer.
Ranch beer
Blue cheese.
probably will happen.
Blue cheese beer.
Because there's a lot of ranch lovers in this country.
Yeah, there are.
Like, this country loves ranch.
I don't think it exists because the
ranch
first thing you look
market.
up Buffalo Wing beer is Chicago or chicken wing restaurants near you.
Did you look it on Untappd or are you looking on Google?
I'm just Googling
I'm
it.
going to go on Untappd and look for chicken wing.
Yeah, let me know.
I'll let you know.
No, he said Buffalo.
Oh, yeah,
specific.
Buffalo wing.
That's impressive. I want that. I want out of the
Wouldn't you
three
try
of
it?
us.
Wouldn't you
Fuck
try it?
yeah, I would.
It's beer and it's buffalo wings. Like, I mean, everyone loves buffalo wings. Everyone loves beer.
So there's a farm brewery that has a buffalo wing beer.
No, doesn't count.
Buffalo chicken wing ale by the Brewer's Cabinet.
I'm not counting it. Don't ruin this.
Most of these are buffalo wing restaurants that just call their beers the buffalo something.
No,
or other,
buffalo wing beer.
This needs to be a buffalo wing flavored beer.
I mean, like a big distributor, someone's or brewer,
yeah,
someone's gonna be
bigger,
like,
yeah.
bam, buffalo wing beer.
Someone
Yeah.
bigger than Buffalo Commons Brewing Company.
It doesn't have to be seltzer, and this is the thing. There's three of us. We're all pretty reasonable. We all went around the circle. You know, no one.
Oh yeah, I'm fine losing.
Yeah.
So if it seems like it's within the realm, you're a winner.
Yeah, I was supposed to say we're not too worried about money. The Bobo's, hundreds of dollars.
Yeah.
So we're
$5.
reasonable individuals.
Nothing. Splash in the pot. Drip in the
$5
pot.
a piece.
Was it? Drop.
What?
Drop.
Drip drop.
If you put a beer that passes all three of us down on our social media, down on Facebook,
Yeah.
and it wins,
And it wins.
we will take care of you.
We will. We've been talking about a lot of things.
You will get at least
swag.
$50. I
Oh,
will say
$50.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
I'll
We're
time.
thinking about swag. We've been talking about swag. I think this is a good swag opportunity.
yeah. This is
a
coming.
good Brew Crew shirt
Yeah.
opportunity. Maybe a Brew Crew sticker.
Maybe a brew crew suit.
A Brew.
By the way,
Crew suit.
we almost need flyers so I can point out to people the new Podbean, the new
Yeah, we do
URL.
need flyers. I'll
Yeah.
print some flyers.
Just a little hash mark stuff, but I'm excited. The food beer, that's going to be the next big thing.
Yeah, comment on Facebook, comment on Twitter, Instagram. Well, Instagram I haven't updated yet. I'll do that later.
And if you say like apricot, strawberry, or something
No,
like
no,
that,
no, yeah.
stay away from that crap.
If,
Like
if
food.
if we can't
Food.
look it up and within like the top 5 breweries in America already find that beer has been brewed,
Yeah. Yeah.
like
you
get that out
know,
of
you
here.
know, Dr. is going to be out there.
Oh yeah, he's gonna be
Oh,
out there
yeah.
saying orange.
Orange, yeah.
Bud Light orange.
Yeah,
We
Bud
want
Light
that.
orange.
More Bud Light.
I want a Bud Light flavored beer.
More Bud Light flavored Bud Light.
Steph, you're going to win this. You've got
Stev's
a lot.
got it.
Stev's got a palate, man. So he could,
At 25.
he could bring some serious game to this.
I bet
game.
Stev drinks the most complicated beers, and he eats like the most he eats like plain
He
spaghetti
just-
noodles.
He just eats SpaghettiOs out of the can.
He's gonna be like he's gonna be like tuna and chocolate wafer,
He's got the most complicated
Hefeweizen.
palate.
Boom,
Yeah.
and then it is gonna happen
And it'll
like 3
happen
weeks
because
later.
he knows his shit.
And then he's gonna show up and he's gonna be bigger than everyone. He's gonna give me
Yeah,
my
who's
money.
gonna say anything to him? Yeah, who's gonna be like, "You're wrong"?
I'll be like,
You know.
JT has all the money. JT's,
We have
just
an
like Looney
understanding.
Tunes.
An understanding is never choke me out because I don't like it.
Yeah.
I don't like.
I don't like it.
Steph, we haven't established a safety word.
We have an agreement. Being choked is not appropriate.
That's fair. I'll agree to that. No choking.
No choking.
This is our best 102nd episode ever.
Definitely.
I'm willing to say that.
The first time we did this,
We don't have to record this like episode 101, 98, 94, and 82. We don't have to record this episode like we did those episodes. This was a strong showing.
like you mean re-record?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
those
this is our
episodes.
first take. All the other episodes have second,
Numerous.
third takes. Yeah,
Numerous.
we go through this a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have
all day.
thousands of hours of
All day.
recording.
Yeah. We're splashing water
And this
in
is
each
the
other's
best of
faces.
them. This is the best of all the takes.
This is
what
what
you've
you get,
heard
yeah.
for the past hour has been the best of all our takes. That's it.
That's it.
102 in the
Episode
books.
102.
102.
Fucking log it. Put it in the books. Swish. Slam dunk. Home run. Grand slam. Matt's going to turn off the camera. See you later, everyone. Episode 102 Brew Crew Podcast. Bye.